I'm live. I think I'm live. Let's check. Let's give it a minute. See if anybody wants to join along today. Upcoming. That should be the one. Let's mute it. Ads. Stupid ads. Let me wipe the camera. Maybe we'll get a little better. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's skip the ad. See if I'm here. Boom, I'm here. I'm in vertical mode. What's up, Jim? Little custom ring coming up for you here. Got this beauty. Right here. So let's get going. It's your ring, so let's see if anybody else joins us today. I should have a few viewers, a few friends popping by that like to watch these being made. Won't be a whole lot, so it should be pretty intimate between you and me, this experience. And I think you're getting this for somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. So this can be viewed later on also. So let's kind of get my camera over here where we're going to be working. A little bit like that. Glasses. Dirty spectacles. All right, first step, we need to punch a hole right in the center of this thing. And that's going to determine how big we make it. And also, there's going to be, this is a pretty big ring. Size 15 is rather large. So we picked a good coin for that because it's kind of bigger in diameter compared to most rings that I make. This is one of the bigger round coins. But we need to cut kind of a bigger hole in the center. Just because it's such a big ring. We don't want to overstretch and mess it up. But let's get going. So we're going to do probably, grab a few punches, but I kind of have one in mind we're going to use because of the big size. But I want to kind of also keep most of the stars. We're going to lose a few. I'm going to go with a smaller punch. It's going to be kind of a thicker ring. Actually, Jim, you make the call. You want it to be a thicker or a slightly thinner band? A thicker band, you'll get just a little more detail. You'll get a few more stars. What's up, LT? The bigger punch, really, you're not really losing much more. It's just a small amount. But I'm gonna let you make the call. So the bigger one, kind of give you an idea. We'll leave us that if you can see. The smaller one, more is good. I kind of agree. So we're going to just go with more. More stars. Yeah, the smaller one will give us just a little more detail. So there we go. The joys of having the customer right there. It's great. I love it. So I'm using my buddy's creation. It's a center punch that self-centers the coin. Just need to find the right groove here. sure we're in there. If you have headphones on or you don't like loud noises, I suggest you mute this for a second or turn it down, because I'm going to whack it with this. You can see we punched a hole right in the center. So there we go. What's up, little piece? Long time no see. No, long time no see on my stream, especially. How are you? How are you? All right, so that's what we plopped out. Not much there. Kind of clean up my mess a little bit here. All right, so now we need to clean up the hole. We need to clean the hole out. It's kind of a rough chop. It just kind of punches that out there. So I'm gonna hit it with some sandpapers. Make this thing pretty on the inside. Little piece. This is a ring for Jim in chat. Tried to get him a certain few dates, but we had a problem getting them. Actually, the main concern was he wanted a 2023, but it's a different reverse of the coin that year. For some reason, I thought they did that reverse and the new reverse. I thought they did both, this and that. You can get with this, you can get with that. But they don't. And the other one was in 1986, which in the past hasn't been a tough one to get. But apparently now, if there's more collectors and it's kind of getting older, people are collecting the first year. You know, 86 is the first year they did them. You're wearing a Luke Dawg ring now. You're wearing the peace dollar bill. The little peace ring. I'm just hitting it with a few different grits of sandpaper right now, making this inside nice and clean, because that's what's going to be stretched the most. That's what we're going to stretch the most. So I want to make sure there's no fractures, cracks, splits, anything odd that could cause issues, because like I said before, this is going to be a big stretch. Size 15. We're going to need to stretch it to like 17 or 18. So it's gonna take a lot of stretching. But we are ready to do that. So you can see that inside there is nice and pretty now. Prettied up. All right. That's where the magic happens. First, I'm going to heat it up. Torch it. One of the beautiful things about pure silver is it doesn't tarnish when you heat it up, so it still actually has a real shiny look to it. All right, so tails out, size 15. Boom, here we go. I'm going to use a series of these 17-degree dies. Place the coin in there, and then use a series of cones to cone it out. We're gonna do some coning, and basically I'm just using a press. All right, tails out. We're ready to go. One cone. I'm gonna go one cone bigger. Now we have like a partial cone shape going. I'm gonna use the last cone. Flip this over. And we're good to go. It's as far as I can press it in any cone. It's sucked up there now. So now we basically have a cone-shaped ring. If you're happy with that, I could ship it like that, but let's keep going. We'll keep going with it. So, big stretch for this guy. We're gonna have a big stretch. So we're gonna stretch it out. So right now, the big side's sitting at like a 13.5. Our goal is a 15 at the end, but I need to overstretch it. So I need to stretch it to where it almost fits on this handle. So I'm going to heat it up again. Heat it up again. All right. Stretch. We'll use this guy because I think we need to go further than this guy can go. I got two stretchers over here. I'm gonna use this guy because it has a bigger area to stretch it on. This one only goes to 14. This one will stretch it to what we need. We're going to stretch it all the way to the bottom. And see if that's even enough. We might have to go even more. Make sure we don't have any kind of splitting or cracking or anything. We're good to go. So let's keep going. Anybody watching has any questions, feel free to ask. All right. So we have stretched it quite a bit. Let's see how much. Looks to be about almost big enough to slide off that handle. Let's see here, size 15. I think we need to stretch it some more. There's no more room to stretch. So I have this tool here. Basically just makes my stretcher bigger. I think, which one does it work on? This one? Let's try it on this one, see how we do. It's very phallic. I think we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, I'll patina it so it looks really nice. So we got a few sizes to work with over where it's at. So it's probably like sitting at a 17 right now. What's up, Pegasus? Welcome. We got some of the OGs in here. All right. So now we need to reduce it. We need to make this top part more even with the bottom part. Now, most likely this isn't going to fit in the die that I need to use, so I might have to do a little extra step here. Let's just double check and see. It does fit. Fits just fine. What was I worried about? So I'm going to use this Teflon tape. I'm going to wrap it on my leg like 20 to 25 times, and that's going to protect the detail of the ring. Again, if you've ordered rings from me, the inside and the outside detail are as equally as important, and I protect them both so nothing is smashed or marred. Except for on these Silver Eagles, the date gets a little messed up when it's on the inside. Just from the last step, the deburring process. All right, so this is an 11-degree die. It has just an 11-degree slope to it. I'm going to put the ring in big side up in here, and as I press it down, it's going to bring that rim in. It's going to push that rim in. Rim in. I'm going to use a series of push rods for this. This one's just going to be able to push this down just a little bit. And we'll go to the next size. Stop there and see where we're at. So you can actually see the word United States of America through the tape. That means we're pushing down properly. But I don't see a lot of the other detail, which means I need to push a little bit further until I can see all that detail through here. We shouldn't have really messed with the size at all so far, because we're only pushing that top part inwards, but this next press is going to press the whole thing, and that will reduce the size just a tad bit. Let's tape it up a little bit more. You're cleaning house? I'm doing laundry. Son is coming in 2 days from South Korea in 5 years. Where are you at? What area are you? I'm just giving this some wraps on my leg. Sorry, you guys don't see me. Just protecting that detail a little bit more. AZ. Arizona? What is there to do in Arizona? Luckily, it's not the hot time of year. Isn't Arizona one of the weird states that doesn't have a time zone? Or daylight savings? Daylight shavings time? And if so, what time is it there? Do you get an extra hour of sunlight like we do not? Yeah, luckily it's not too hot there. I think we're good. So right now it's sitting at the bottom still, but it's more snug. So we're sitting at about a 16 right now. So now let's take the tape off, inspect it, make sure we're good. It sucks that it gets dark at 4:30 here. That's not cool. All right. Looks good. So this is where we're at. It's still cone shaped, but we got something happening. 34 there. It's going to be a size 15 when it's all said and done. Which, yeah, it's a big size. I've done bigger, but when I first started, I wouldn't do them this big because I didn't think it could be done, but I figured it out. All right, so now we're going to add a reed to the unreeded side. So this side has no reed, where this side does. This tool will add a reed. Boom. Hit it with a little sandpaper first, so it's ready to go. Keep forgetting that I'm doing this vertical instead of horizontal, so I'm not really in the shot. Today we have blue skies. Well, on one side of the house, on the other side they're gray, but I'm right by the ocean, so it's probably just burn off. I'm like just a couple blocks from the ocean, so we get that weird burn off. I can hear the seagulls. I look way skinny today? Really? I don't think so. I think I look hideous. It'd be nice if I was losing weight, but I haven't checked my weight in so long. I haven't done anything. Just been lazy as fuck making rings. Lazy as fuck. Making rings. There we go. Ready to read it. Let's read it. It's laundry day, so I'm wearing all my favorite clothes, of course. That's what you do on laundry days. You wear your best. You wear your Sunday best. All right. We are good to go. Give it a little press-ski. Rotate it. I've been putting all my my savings into crypto for the last couple months. There's always a little spike, and especially right now, there's a nice little spike going on. So there we go. We got to read. Nice and pretty. It's a pretty read. Yeah, I invested hard in the Hawk-Tua. Who the hell would have done that? That was stupid. Stupid. I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about crypto, but I know what those kind of coins do. And those are the ones that where everyone's sitting at their computer, and as soon as it launches, they buy in for cheap and they watch it go, and then as soon as it drops a little bit, they sell that shit, cash out, while all the fans and stuff they just like bought it that day and they're gonna check it tomorrow. Tomorrow that shit's gone. You like the reading part? Well, there we go. We readed it. So now we need to shape it. Shape it up. Shape it up. So it's big. It's like 15, it's about 16 size. Maybe 16 and a half, maybe, I don't know. Doesn't go any further. I wonder if this metal one does. It probably just falls right off of this metal one. 60 goes to 16. Yeah. It just falls right off the bottom. So let's do it. Let's make this thing awesome. I'm gonna wrap it on my leg again. Now all I hear about on TikTok is XRP. So I did some research on XRP, aka Ripple, and got in on that. Got in some of it early, a couple $100, but then been buying more recent. So it's still going up, but when I first bought it, tripled. So that's when I was like, man, I wish I had $100,000 put in there. Joe Scambait's in the house. What up, Joe? How you doing, bro? Bruh, I think they say bruh now. How you doing, bruh? Bruh? In my day, it was bro. Now it's bruh. Bruh? What's up, bro? All right. I forgot how to make rings. So let's refocus for a second. All right. So we're going to use this die again. It's the 17 degree die. And so right now, the smaller part, which is the bottom, it sits in here like so, which gives us like an eighth of an inch of metal up top. So when I turn it around, we have 3/4 of an inch sticking out. That's not 3/4 of an inch, but whatever it is, we're going to press it down to where it was on the other side. whatever that is. You just eyeball it. You play it by eye. So that's what we did there. So we pressed the one side. Now we're going to see what size it is. Our end goal is 15. I'm hoping it's a 14 right now. Ooh, even better. It's a 15, which means I can shrink it more. I need to shrink it down about a size and a half smaller than my end goal, which is 15. You minus 1.5 from 15. What do you got? 13.5. There's math and everything. Speaking of math, it's Mac's 6th birthday today. Happy birthday to my buddy Mac. 6 years old today. He's a big boy. So we've shrunk both sides to where they sit about that high. 1.5 sizes is to where it's about flush. So I'm going to push this side down till it's flush. I'm going to turn around and do the other side till it's flush. And that should make it about a 13 or 13.5 size. One side done. Flip it over. Same thing to this side. Boom. Now, check the size. Hopefully it's a 13.5. Boom. It's like a 13.5. Yeah, puppy days. And actually, there's a lot of reed there that I need to remove. So I'm going to go just a little bit further. I kind of want to get it to a 13. I got him. Now, I got Mac when he was 6 months old. So April is his got me date. So it's not, I haven't had him for 6 years. I've had him for 5.5, but his birthday was today because we got the paper. We got all the papers with him, and they had his birthday. All right, I feel like we went a little too far, but at 12, that's fine. It's 3 sizes we got to remove, but that's all this crappy reed. These Morgans or these Silver Eagles have huge reeds. You can take the tape off because this is the final shape that we're gonna have. There is our shape. It doesn't look right because this side's shiny, but as soon as we polish this thing up, it'll look right. It's like an optical illusion. But if you look through this thing, there's so much more reed on this side because these coins have huge lips on them. The lips that they originally have. Basically, they just get folded in and they form a ton of metal. 5 in May. Nice. So, we're going to use this tool called the deburring tool. And we're going to remove that excess metal by using this tool. And it just shaves it off like so. You can see that shaving. And we're just shaving off that very top lip on the inside. And that will shave off 3 sizes basically. But this is why we kind of lose the date on these Silver Eagles when the date's on the inside. It's because of this process. Because that date is really close to the edge on Silver Eagles. Morgan dollars, it's not a big deal because the date's just a little bit higher. But on these silver eagles, that date's really close to the edge. So we lose half of it. So at the beginning of the video, we discussed we wanted a certain date, but then after talking, we decided the date wasn't that important, which is probably good because we're not really going to see all the date. So we've removed a lot of it, but we still have a bunch to go. I'll show you where we're at size-wise. We're at a 14, so we just have one more size to remove. We were at a 12, so we removed 2 sizes already. And you can see that that metal is going away on this side, making it a little more comfortable for the customer. Pretty close. We're at 14 and a half. 17's a good life for a dog. All right. That lip is mostly gone. Got a little bit left here I can feel. Let's see where we're at. Use the metal one because that one's plastic, doesn't give you a perfect read. I mean, we're there. Take off a tad bit more, but we're there. We're there, dude. All right. So we're 15. Now, make it super comfortable. To do so, I'm going to take this tool just to that reeded edge. We're not going to mess with any of the detail, the inside of the coin, just that part and just deburr. It was some sandpaper. Good old G, man. He's been doing those radio shows. He doesn't do them a lot. If you played good music, I'd stop in. Oh, I hate his choice of music. Can't stand the fucking Eagles, man. love Big Lebowski. What a great movie. All right. Now we make it pretty, pretty, pretty. We're going to make this pretty. I think that I just don't like, well, yeah, 70s music just didn't hit for me. The only 70s stuff I liked was the Doors and the Beatles. And I think that wasn't even 70s because Jim Morrison died in 71. So that would have been 60s music. And the Beatles were better in the 60s than they were in the 70s. So I would say 70s, the only thing. The fuck would I want to listen to from the 70s? No, I'm not too young. I'm 50 next month, guys. I'm 50 years old in January. I just grew up when music was good, when hip hop started. When I was in junior high. You know, my first vinyl album was Run DMC. Second one was Beastie Boys. Those are my first two vinyl albums. My first cassette tape was Sir Mix-a-Lot, Swass. If that tells you where my music lies. And then my first Columbia order that I didn't pay for, the first one was Snoop Dogg, NWA. My first actual CD, my mom got me for Christmas. It came with the jukebox. What do they call those? The things. The boom box. I got a boom box, and the first CD that I ever owned from that, which was my first CD, was MC Hammer. But it was his second album, which kind of sucked. It just had Too Legit to Quit on it. But when it's your only CD and it's your first one, you listen to it like crazy. All right, so now we're done. I gotta give it a patina, a quick patina. So that's what it looks like now without a patina. But in a second, it's gonna be really cool looking. It takes me about 45 seconds to do this step, so I'm gonna step away. But I'll be right back to show this off. Boom. All right. Wow. Got a good pretty patina. So this is before I polish it. I'll give you a look at that patina. Got some browns, purples. blues, greens, yellows, bronzes. So now we'll hit our added reed side. We'll go wiki, 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 wiki. We'll hit our original reeded side. Wiki, wiki, wiki. Let me do this real quick too. Pin my website in case anybody wants to order anything. Then we're going to hit the inside. Remember, I told you the inside detail is just as important as the outside. Still time to get orders in for Christmas. If ordered in the next couple days. So here's our inside. You can see our lovely Lady Liberty with the word Liberty. Then you flip it over on this side and see the sun and partial date and the feet. All the good stuff. In God we trust. Now let's hit the outside. Get one for yourself, Pegasus. Unless you don't have fingers. If you don't have fingers, I get it. There's a lot of people out there missing fingers. So there we go. That's it. It's a beaut, Clark. We've got United States of America. $1 ounce fine silver, $1. Jim, I'll get you some pictures of this so you can have photos. But there it is. It is a stunner, as always. I take high pride in my work, and that is how they ship. They ship beautiful. Size 15. Boom. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got for you. I'll get some good photos of this for you, Jim, and I'll message those to you. And tomorrow I hit the post office and ship everything out. So I'll have tracking to you tomorrow. Boom. That's all I got. If anybody has any questions, I'll hang out for a second and clean up. But other than that, I got nothing to give. I got nothing to offer you now. I have nothing for you. I could show off something really cool, though. If anybody wants to see the coolest thing possibly in the world, I'll show it off. It's not what you think, little piece. Thanks, Joe. Let me show you something cool. This belongs in a museum. Not because it's great quality, It's better quality than most I've seen. There's just not many of them out there. And it's just cool. So this is a 1/3 dollar. But the cool part about this 1/3 dollar is the date. The date is February 17th, 1776. That's just 4.5 months before the United States of America became independent. That's pretty cool, I think. And the ink used back then, you can see that brown signature, and up top there's a brown handwritten serial number. Um, they used ink with iron in it back in the day, and iron rusts over time, so it turns brown, rust brown. And the back is called a fugio, and all those circles have the 13 states or colonies at the time. It says on it serial number, blah, blah, blah. I can't really read it. 1/3 of a dollar, according to a resolution of Congress paled at Philadelphia. And then this thing here, this is the coolest part. It says, mind your business. Mind your business. Printed by Hall and Sellers in Philadelphia, 1776. It's pretty cool. It's a piece of history. It's in my collection now. That's all I got now. I have nothing else. So, later. Have a good day.